Round 4 of the ElityCup, Server 2 about to get underway on Twatara by Deska. The runners are as follows: Apo, Shayrim, Bresso, Dionysos, Dream, Jumbaz, Hydra, Tommy, Razi, Revolution, Spam Hunter, Tom, Taurus, Brandom, with GGeek and Hydra to complete their list of runnings. The top 8 point scorers at the end of the 12 rounds of this particular round will move through to the quarterfinals. Still 3 maps to be played on with 4 rounds played per map. The maps are as follows. First up, we're gonna have Twatara by Deska, a more dirt-focused mix map. Then we have Silent Night by Super, or more balanced mix map. And then third and final map will be Nivelle by Lenny, which is more of a mini RPG map. Apparently Bresso having a bit of issues with his controls. According to him, his controls are having a bit of a hard time, which are a bit buggy. I wonder if we're gonna go live. And we said we're gonna be playing today. We're gonna go until quarterfinals today. Quarterfinals is the last thing we're gonna be playing today, with the semis and the grand finals being played tomorrow. Here we go. Good luck, have fun, everyone. We're getting a little bit of helicam action going on. We're starting with round 1 out of 4 on the first map. So far, Dream and Hydra currently neck and neck for the lead, with Revolution also creeping in and taking the lead away from the rest of the field. Spam Hunter having a bit of a wild time, touching a bit on the inside of the dirt, still maintaining the lead. Still maintaining himself in the lead group. Currently, Jumbaz having a bit of a slow start, is down in last position, going up to the drop down right now. Will anybody filter it? No, nobody failed it. One of them having touched the wall though, so it's going to be out for him. Meanwhile, Hydra currently sitting in P4-5, battling with GGeek and Dionysos as well. Taurus in second place, just behind Revolution. Oh, Hydra missing the drift, so he will be done for. Meanwhile, Shayrim is down in P6, currently, P7, currently battling with Apo and Tommy for 6th and 5th position. Meanwhile, Revo has got quite the lead ahead of Taurus, and he will win the round with a 54.378, equaling the time of Hugo in the timesheets. Nice time from Revolution. Taurus in second place, then Dionysos in third, Razi in fourth, Tommy in fifth. Then we've got Shayrim in sixth, Bresso in seventh, and Apo in P8. Revolution drawing first blood, scoring the first 50 points of this particular running of the map. Following Italian player Dream from Esports United. Nice time from Revolution, who just equaled the time from Hugo de Saint-Vin, who keeps that first place on the leaderboard due to him having done the time up first. He did that on round number 1, I think it was. I think it was on the server that we are right now. Revolution again taking the lead into the at the end of the dirt parts. Revo currently holding the lead nicely, but really nicely here. Back up the leaderboard with Shayrim currently sitting in P8, battling to try and make some spots up in the field right now. Taurus still trying to be hot on the heels of Revolution. Jumbaz currently down the leaderboard. Spam Hunter as well. Back with Shayrim right now, sitting in P9. Revo should have this in the bag, and he will win again with a time of 54.662. Rin in second place, Hydra third, then fourth place for Brandom, fifth for Razi, sixth for GGeek, seventh for Bresso, and eighth for Shayrim. Oh no, actually Revo has messed up. I thought it was Revo who finished, but no, Revo had a lag bug at the end. Completely misjudged that, sorry about that. And so Revo moves down to P3 with Taurus moving up into the lead. The Swiss driver having taken the lead after taking advantage of the unfortunate mistake. Apparently Revo had a lag bug at the end of the track. So yeah, Revo moving down to P3 overall in the standings as a result of that small unfortunate mishap on behalf of the game. Currently following Taurus, Wavy Rin touching the outside wall, so it's going to be game over for him right now. Spam Hunter and Dionysos with Revolution battling for the lead with Shayrim in P4. It seems as though Dionysos is going for a bit of an alternate line, trying to go for much more momentum. Revolution still in the lead, battling with Dionysos right now for said lead. Taurus moving back up into contention, making potentially a 3 or 4 man fight. It's still a really tight group right now with the top 8-9 players within a tenth of each other. Oh, what happened to Revo? Revo's completely out of it. He missed. He does not have enough speed to clear it. Clear that jump, and at the line it is Shayrim with the 54.815, winning the round in front of Hydra, Spam Hunter, Taurus, Then I think it was Brandom who finished in P5. Then 6th for Razi, 7th for Dionysos, and 8th for Tommy. Final round coming up on Twatara by Deska. Let's actually follow Brandom a little bit from Team Versatility. He allegedly finishing in P5. As someone apparently joined the spectator and got instantly banned. Can we get an F for Mishu? 3555. Brandom going a bit for a wide line right here through this downhill corner, but still managing to keep himself in the top 10 fights. Right now, Revolution Dionysos again battling for 1st and 2nd right now. Bresso and Patrasa 3rd and 4th. Torres currently leading the standings with 125 points. Back up into 2nd place, battling with Revolution for the lead. Keeping himself within a 10th of the German as we're heading to the final part of the map, and he touches the wall, so he will be out of the running. Let's actually follow Bresso right now. Currently sitting in 3rd place. Dionysos and Revolution battling once again for the lead. They're neck and neck heading into the final quarter. Will Dionysos be able to snipe Revolution to the line? It doesn't seem like it. And Brevo will win with a 54.37 fire, and he will take that first spot from Hugo for 3,000th of a second. Great time from Revo. Dionysos in 2nd place. Bresso in 3rd. Random in 4th. Razi 5th. Jumba 6th. Tommy in 7th. And Apo in P8. And at the end of this map, Torres is in the lead with 137 points, Razi 2nd with 128, and Dionysos 3rd with 121. 120 points for Revo in 4th position as we're moving on to Silent Night by Superall for map 2. So, quick score recap after one map play. We're moving on to Silent Night by Superall. Current local time on this server, a 101.798 from Hugo de Saint-Vin. Here is the score recap after 4 rounds played in the single map played. Torres in 1st place with 137 points. Razi 2nd with 128 points. 3rd place for Dionysos with 121. 120 points for Revo in P4. Sharim in 5th with 116 points. 110 points equal for Bresso and Brandom in 6th and 7th. And then 8th place for Hydra with 97 points. He is 8 points ahead of Tommy, his fellow teammate, in 9th place. Remember that only the top 8 will move through to the next phase of the tournament, which are the quarterfinals. So, out of the players that have already played on this server before, Razi has a time of 102.045. We will have to see how the Croatian player will fare in this particular running. He knows that he could potentially have move through to the quarterfinals. He knows that he has the capability in him to do that. And we'll see how that goes compared to Revolution. I don't really recall seeing a time from Revolution. I think that he did play this map, but I don't recall a time right at the top of my head anyway from the German in this particular map. We're gonna have to see if we get a time at the warm-up. No, he completely chokes it at the end. Good luck, have fun, everyone. We're gonna be heading back to the helicopter cam for the final time. For the opening round of the map on the qualification rounds, because, well, for the next map, which is going to be Nivelle, there's too much scenery for the helicam to work properly. So here we go. Round 1 of the 4 on Silent Night. We're underway. Razi, Ren, and Hydra, your top 3 at the entrance to the first checkpoint with the bobsleigh turn coming up. Jumba's having a bit of a slow start, currently down in last place. Tommy at the tail end of the leading group. Torres and Revolution are for the 1st and 2nd, with Rin and Dionysos battling for 3rd position. Apo having made a huge mistake, he's down in last place already. Torres and Rin again in 1st and 2nd, Dionysos in 3rd, and Revolution in 4th, with Tom in P5, as we had a huge death from someone. I think it was Apo who made a bit of a mistake. Revolution overtaking everyone from P4 to P1. Right now, moving up into the lead with half a tenth of a second of an advantage over Dionysos in 2nd position. Now Torres moves up into 2nd position after having overtaken Dionysos. It's up to the final corners to decide. Torres moving up into the lead ahead of Revolution. Dionysos potentially overtaking the German as well before the final 2 corners of the map. Coming up right now, Dionysos up into the lead of the race. Torres in 2nd place, potentially trying to demote Revolution down to P4 onto the final jump. And it's going to be Dionysos who wins the round with a time of 102.228. Torres in 2nd, Revolution 3rd, Ren in P4, Hydra in 5th, Razi 6th, Spam Hunter 7th, and Brandom in P8. Bresso, Jumba's, Dream, Tommy, Tom, Shirim, Telejak have finished, and Apo should be able to finish. There he goes, across the jump, to finish in P16. First blood on this map for Dionysos, who scored 50 points. Scores 50 points in this map. Taurus should be able to retain the lead of the standings. Yes, he retains it by around 6 points from Dionysos. 171 for Dionysos, who moves up into second position. As we're going to be following Dream for a little bit now, who finished at the bottom in the bottom 8 in the previous round. Let's see if he can improve in this round. Through the banked royal corner, jump into the grass corner up next. Onto the platform part, then to jump into the ice. Lots of jump transitions again on this map. Sharam having done a really solid start, and he's up into the top 10 quite clearly, trying to catch up to the top 5. Razi is just ahead of him. Then we got Dionysos currently leading in front of Taurus and Revolution 1, 2, 3. Then Ren in 4th, Hydra in P5, and Sharam in 6. Razi currently trying to overtake Sharam for P6. Let's see if he's able to make it stick in the next corner. Yes, Sharam having dropped a little bit of momentum here. Let's actually try to follow Ren through this next section. Sitting in P5 at the moment, Taurus in the lead. Will Razi be able to catch him back up and snipe him at the line? Let's see. Oh, Ren completely stop picks it, and Taurus max it a sub 102 with a 101.975 on his way to win the round. Razi second, Hydra third, then 4th place for Revolution. Then in 5th place we have Hunter, Spam Hunter, Titejak in 6th, Tommy in 7th, and Sharam in 8th. Taurus consolidating his advantage at the top of the leaderboard compared to the rest of his peers. Taurus moving on to 227, the only man to pass the 200 points barrier. 197 for Razi in 2nd and 193 for Revolution in 3rd position. Let's actually check in on the German player right now. Currently, Revolution not having the strongest start in this round. Currently, that is credited to Hydra and Taurus, who are battling for the lead in the present moment. Revo down into 9th position after the first 25 seconds of the map. Taurus and Hydra still 1st and 2nd, but look at the swarm of players. Ren, Dionysos, Razi, Bresso, everybody's coming in to have a little bit of a slice of a pie and try to join in on the fun of overtaking, but Razi's made a mistake, so he's down already. Meanwhile, Dionysos is in P4, battling with Hydra, Bresso, and Ren for P2. And Titejak making it a 5-man fight for P2. Meanwhile, Taurus is ahead of the rest of the field by 1/10.5. Hydra trying to catch him back up. Dionysos trying to catch him back up as well with the final jump left to go. Without even a mistake from here is Taurus. No, he will win with a 102.165. Hydra 2nd, Dionysos 3rd, Ren in 4th, then Revolution in P5. Titejak in P6, Bresso in 7th, and Brandom in P8, as we're going to be moving on to the final round on Silent Night by Superall. Taurus making an absolute banger second map, winning 2 rounds out of 3 so far. He can make it a 3rd round win in a row on Silent Night and move up to over 300 points scored over the course of this map. 300 points scored over the course of the overall round, sorry. Currently following Brandom from Team Versatility, currently sitting in P9, just ahead of Bresso in P10. Apo, having had a bit of a slowed exit, will be dropping down the order. Hydra currently leading in front of Revolution and Dionysos. Taurus in P4, Spam Hunter in P5, Titejak in P6, then we got Tommy and Tom joining into the fun. Let's actually check in on Dionysos here, currently leading the race. The Frenchman just 400 so ahead of Revolution, but Revolution is looking to catch him back up and overtake him for the lead right now. Final section of the map coming up with Revolution and Dionysos neck and neck for the lead. Taurus in 3rd place could eventually also try to pick up the spoils of any mistake from either player. Final jump coming up. Dionysos just behind Revolution. Will he be able to snipe him at the line? Yes, he will! For 400ths of a second. 102.058 for Dionysos, who wins in front of Revolution. Taurus in P3, Hydra in P4, then Brandam in P5, Bresso in P6, Titejak in 7th, and Tom in P8. After 2 maps played, Taurus retains the lead of the round as we are moving on to map number 3, which is going to be Nivelle by Lenny. Top 3 rundown after 2 maps. We've got Taurus with 315 points in 1st place, 267 for Dionysos in 2nd place, and 265 for Revolution in 3rd place. As we're moving on to Nivelle by Lenny, the mini RPG map to conclude round 4 of the ElityCup. So, quick score recap after 2 maps played with 1 map left to go. Torres with 315 points in lead, with Dionysos in second place with 267, 265 for Revo in third, 242 for Hydra in fourth place, Razi fifth with 215 points, Bresso sixth with 199, Brandom 7th with 193, and Spam Hunter 8th with 167, with just behind him Sharim 10 points behind him on 166. Remember, only the top 8 move through to the next phase of the tournament, so it's going to be important for some of the players that are on the verge of potentially moving up into the top 8 to score some big decent points, some big boy points here and try to step up against their fellow rivals. Moving on to Nivelle by Lenny then, a mini RPG map with lots of tricky sections, lots of tricky transitions, and also a really tricky corner here that you saw blast by on your screen where you have to avoid touching the slow-mo block in order to be competitive. Then a bit of a dirt section through here. Use the dirt to actually set your car up for the next drift, which is basically a hairpin. Then the final 2 checkpoints coming up here. Make sure to have enough speed for that transition. And then final corner, final checkpoint, drop down onto a bit of a platform and jump into the finish line. So let's actually see who we can follow. We're going to be following Revo again on this one. So currently the fastest time is held by Taurus with a 57.671 on this server. Razi just behind Revolution in third place. So we're going to have to see how this goes in terms of the league battle. It could be really hectic. Revo having a bit of a slow start, managing to keep it ahead though. Apple having made a mistake. Revo touching the wall, so Revo is completely out of the running already. Meanwhile, Tommy is in the TTJack in the lead in front of Tommy, Tolis, and Dionysos. We're currently spectating right now. Next jump is Tolis, who moves into the lead in front of Dionysos, but Dionysos with much more speed takes the lead away from the Swiss driver. But the battle is far from over. I think I might have messed up. He's French, I think, Torres. He was in the French Championship. It's part of Team Clockwork. Meanwhile, Dionysos has got quite the lead ahead of Shairim in second place. There's 0.8 of a difference between Shairim and Dionysos. Let's actually try to see if we can follow the man right here. Tommy, Apo, and Titishak are battling with him for P2. Currently, it is Apo who holds second place. Dionysos will win around the 57.845. He will win the round, sorry for the mumbling here. With a 57.845. Apo second, Shaman third, Tommy fourth, Tom fifth, Jomba sixth, Torres seventh, and Spam Hunter in P8. This could be the time for Dionysos to reel Torres in and try to get that win in round 4. You can see the gap shrinking between Torres and Dionysos to around 24 points between these two. 317 for Dionysos, 341 for Torres. Then Revolution third with 270 points. Let's actually see if Revolution is able to get a good round together on this one. Oh, not enough speed to clip the jump, and he's going to be down in last place right away. Then let's actually go back up to the lead. Dionysos, Razi, and Brandom. 1, 2, 3 at the present moment. Razi trying to put up a challenge against the Frenchman. Not sure if that will make it stick. Let's actually see how this goes over the next section. Dionysos over the dirt, managing to get a bit more speed than Razi, able to keep himself the lead. Razi having a bit of a dodgy landing, so that will actually give quite a significant lead to Dionysos of 4/10 over his second placed rival Razi, which we're going to be following right now actually. Razi setting himself up over the corner, trying to catch up to Dionysos, but it seems like the damage was already done, unless there's a mistake at the end from the Frenchman. Let's actually see how this goes. No, Dionysos is able to keep everything nice and clean, and with a 57.652, moving on to the top of the leaderboard, he takes the round win in front of Razi, Bresso, Tommy, Shairim, I think, then Jumbaz, Dream, and Apo. Dionysos managing to take the lead of the race, lead of the round ahead of Taurus, thanks to paltry scores from Taurus with 2 rounds to go. Revo still in third, Razi fourth, Hydra, Bresso, Shairim, and Brandom. Your top 8. Dream messes up the entry, so that will be pretty much game over for the chances of Dream to move on to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, TTJack moves up into the lead of the race for the German driver. Right now, just 2/10 ahead of Taurus in second place. Razi in P3, Dionysos in fourth, and Tommy in P5, although Dionysos is going super aggressive right here, and both Taurus and Dionysos past TTJack right now for the lead. Dionysos and Razi in first and second. Rossi having a bit of a slow landing again, so Taurus will be able to get back with it right up to his heels and try to challenge for second place alongside Tetejak and Shayram as well. Dionysos still in the lead, but he gets reeled in by Rossi. Well, hold on, Rossi with so much more speed at the outside, he takes the lead from Dionysos with just a few corners left to take, but Dionysos has the effort to catch him back and get the lead again. Onto the jump it's gonna be, and Dionysos keeps the round win with a 58.305 for 7 thousandths of a second ahead of Rossi. Hydra in third, Brandom in fourth. Then we had who was that in fifth? 32. It is Apo in fifth, Revolution in P6, Jumbaz in P7th, and Taurus in P8. And we're heading into the final round of the fourth round of qualification for the ElityCup. The final round before we get to see who moves through to the quarterfinals and who gets home early. So Dionysos over 400 points collected. He's solidly in first place. He should not be dropping down in the bottom 8 anytime soon. Meanwhile, Shayram again on the verge of making it through to the top 8. And currently sitting in the top 8, he still has to get one good round in if he wants to keep that top 8 place. Otherwise, there could be Tommy Hin waiting in the wings, as well as Spam Hunter if they get some good points in. Revolution and Rossi first and second, with Shayram in third, and Shayram with a much more tidy inside line takes the lead of the round. Just as I thought, but no, he takes to the wall. He clips a little bit on the inside. Meanwhile, at the front it is Rossi versus Dionysos again. It's very much the story of this round, isn't it? With Taurus trying to catch up in third position right now. Rossi currently holding the lead, with Taurus trying to make a breakthrough pass onto the first place. He makes it stick barely, but Dionysos has much more speed at the exit of the hairpin turn, so he moves up into first place again. Revolution in third place as well. Moving on to the line, Revolution for P2 will snipe Taurus. Meanwhile, Dionysos with a 57.868 wins the round. Revo second, Taurus third, Hydra fourth, Rossi fifth, Apo sixth, Brandom seventh, and Bresso in P8, and that will be the GG for everyone involved. And Dionysos will move through to the quarterfinals alongside Taurus, Revolution, Rossi, Hydra, Brandom, Bresso, and Shayram, I think. Yeah, it is indeed that top 8 that is set in stone. So, score recap at the end of round 4. 467 points for Dionysos in first place, 414 for Taurus in second place, 347 for Revo in P3, Rossi 4th with 339, Hydra 5th with 333, Brandom 6th with 294, Bresso 7th with 280, and Shayram 8th and final qualify for the quarterfinals with 270.